you guys, we are going to be exploding the I'm going to be showcasing a lot of cool stuff that I did, and like my level and like my video that no one saw, only 17 views, and I like did a backflip and like locked in on the outro. Bruh. But basically, I made a bunch of cool things that only got less than 20 views, and I want to show them, and a bunch of projects I'm working on, and yeah. Now it's time to do a backflip and land on Mars and kidnap your grandmother and give her SARS. Heck yeah. First off, this video with Roa Garden, I was building a trap with my friend, and I was doing other things like that, and basically at the end I was just being a goofy goober building stuff, and I got bored, so I decided, and this is basically it. I put on the song and I got bored, so I edited an animation using the editor, and it was in sync with the song I like, or music or whatever. So I'm going to mute this mic because it's... These are all my like friends, and yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it was pretty epic. Let's rewind. So it's pretty cool. It gradually like progresses with the song. It starts out calm. He's talking blah blah blah. He says, "What's up?" And a joke I say is the sky. I think it's funny. But basically, he says the sky, and all of a sudden, the background gets more like intense, barely more intense since the beginning still. But he said the sky, and it was kind of like gray.
Wow.
Wonder what that means. He says, "Hi, what's up?" And then look. I say the sky again. And look what happens. They disappear.
Wow.
Now they're in the sky. And if Froggy falls down, he says, why are they the sky? And then look, it's like even darker. And then all of a sudden they disappear again. It's like reading this, blah, 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 saying subscribe, you should do that. Then he realizes, if you haven't caught on, he says sky. He didn't like where he was. He knew if he said sky, thing got more intense. I don't know why he said sky. I don't know why he wanted to get more intense, but basically, he didn't want to be kaleidoscoped. So he said sky because he knew every time they said sky, something bad would happen. So now it's like the most intense it's been. This part actually was goofy to do. This is all text. He sees what that said, screwed up light. So no one has figured out that if they say see, the opposite of the sky, it makes things calm down. Froggy figured it out, sky, and has used it as a kaleidoscope or something. Might be a problem. She's like, I saw what that said. It says, ow, see. I can't relate. I hope, bro. This note, I don't know why they didn't just why they put the paper on the sticky note. But they wrote Rage Bait Eli. My friend Luke was like, hey, he told my friend Ash, hey, tell Salmander to Rage Bait Eli. So basically, he wrote this note and shoved it in my locker, and I open my locker, and I find this here, and I read it, and I see Rage Bait Eli if you want some money, and I'm like, bro, what? I'm more proud of the first one. This is more views. Most of you probably haven't seen this. I didn't even get any subscribers from it, so you probably haven't. It's just a bunch of edited memes together. Go check this out. I was gonna make a geometrydash story where I beat them all, but 7 views. This video, privated when it got 1 view, is very cringy, so this project, I stopped it. I'll show some of Blockhead versus Bakinnn. I'm gonna show the first, 400 frames of this. This is Blockhead versus Bakinnn. Here's the beginning. You'll see. So look, it's kind of fast. There's no really context. I need to add more context on that. But basically, this person is a bad guy, falls down, tries to kill Bakinnn. Oh, yeah, they're dead. And then they fall off, and they fall, and then they're like, bam. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was kind of cool. They fall down, and the gun lands and fires again, so they get shot again. And then it falls under the ladder, and it gets smushed out. Look, it looks weird. It's called smear frames, but, it flies in the Blockhead's hands, and he's like, what? Yeah, ... He's like, bro, what just happened? And then Bakinnn sensed that someone was, murdered and, shot. And then falls down. He's like, calm. He's like, ugh. It's like, he says, why would you do that? And he does that, and he takes it, and he, rips it. It's kind of cool. And he's like, Bakinn's like, look. He's like, all I see is the person killed. He's like, oh my gosh. So then he knocks him over, and then they start fighting for a bit. You see how in the other one he had, the teeth and, the scared stuff. Look, so this is kind of goofy. You can't tell. You see this here? You see this little bacon strip? That's this. It's supposed to be he's looking up, and then Bakinn's like... Okay, but anyway, he's looking up, and he's sad. He has no friends. And then he looks up, and he sees Bakinnn, and then he's like, oh no, and then he punches Bakinnn. This took a while to animate. And then he flies away, and blah blah blah. He's there, and then he appears out of nowhere. I don't know how he does this, but look, this is cool. Glitch. He glitches. Bakinnn can glitch like this because he's cool. He glitches around, and then he pushes him, and then he lands. It's all really fast. That's what I like about my fighting. I like making fight animations where you're fighting. It's just stimulating. He's smushed. He lands, and he's smushed. So he pushes him off, and he launches him. Woo! Then he falls over. Cool mechanic. Cool thing. He uses his own energy, and he builds a sword, and then he shoves it down there. Oh. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. This is the first 600 frames. I'm going to show the first, 400 frames of this. If this video gets, 1,000 likes or something, I will buy a new mic. My level. Let's talk about my level. So first of all, this is what it looks like at the beginning, because I couldn't have over a minute without copyright. This gameplay was kind of bad. I removed half of it. It's half of this gameplay is removed right now because you couldn't see what you're doing. Also, you notice how it's normal size. I'm gonna shut up now. Just watch. This is the next part. Of course, as you can see, finding out what I was going to add next after that was kind of hard to do. Because now you see, like, my newer ones, my new videos. Let's look at day 15. We saw the beginning. Day 15 is, yes. This is it. Look at how much it changed. The background, the block design, it's different. It's not perfect. It needs more polishing, but it's cool. And it's a work in progress, and it's really cool. I like the snowflakes. I like the lightning. I'm really proud of this level. The kitty cats, the bee, the block design. And this part is kind of, we have 16. Yeah, this is quieter. Who cares? But it's basically this part. And it's changed a little. It's cool. Whatever. Okay, here I've changed this. I do not like the sun. I did not like the sun in the background. Be on YouTube. This little, I swear, bro. This little frogger thing. This frog. This took forever. This was pretty much the whole day. But basically, I did cool stuff. There's a sign that says, you can't see it because of the glitch. But it says, be ready to click shooting orbs. And there's targets there, so it's not really a blind click. Oh, I died. I didn't do a good job on that. But basically, you jump on his head. He's a pad frog. You click more of those. And then this is like the same. And then this is really, I don't know if how much I changed this gameplay. I think it's still the same as it was like the one time. This is after the white part. There's a part in between these two. But look, this is cool. This took a while to do the gameplay. I really like this gameplay. Yeah, low-key sub real quick. Whatever. Oh yeah, I changed that. I fixed that. I fixed the bubbles not working. That's it. The level's not finished. And bye, because we're done here. Subscribe. Bruh.